Hello, people. So we have a special guest today. Actually, I'll bring him up just in a minute. I was going through his Facebook page and I saw something so um, sweet as a song that we usually sing in the seminary. So he put this song on his page. See that song? Oh, it's out now. Where is that? Um, just a minute. Yeah, here's the song. Here's the post, by the way, and then I'll show you the song. Present this. Look at that. So that's the guy we have for today. That's the person we're expecting. He's already here. I'm just going to welcome him briefly. I've been enjoying that song the whole time. So, welcome to Son of Big Boy. Oh my God. Welcome to this platform, everyone who is already watching and those who will join us to watch this video later. You are highly welcome. So let me see if our brother is here right now. Hello, people. Hello, people. His device is having an issue. Device not connected. Device not connected. Okay. So there is this song that I saw on his page, and I wanted to. Okay, he's back, and I wanted to share it. I think I should wait for him so that we all enjoy it together. I see a comment here. Here we are. I only believe first class info. Been waiting for. Oh my God. Welcome, Vincent. Thank you for your comments. Welcome. It seems like you know our guest for today. You are most welcome. Okay, thank you. Our guest is here. We're waiting for him to turn on his camera. And before he does that, let me just go say a few things. So I saw this comment on one of my actually somebody sent me a WhatsApp message, and because he sent the message and I immediately responded to him, I asked him, when you post something and you attach your WhatsApp, people would be prompted to say, can I know more about this? Can you tell me your background? Things like that. So because his chat came in with that kind of question, I responded and told him, yes, what do you want to know about the post? And he forgot about that. He just told me, are you the seminarian always posting on Facebook? No. Are you the ex-seminarian always posting on Facebook? I was like, is that what you know about me? Like, that's everything you saw on my page? The ex-seminarian always posting on Facebook. Oh my God. This is a danger we have in Nigeria. The danger of labeling people. So everything I do on my platform has been reduced to ex-seminarian always posting on Facebook. So if he's an ex-seminarian, there's already a bitterness around that. There's already some bias or some stereotype around that. He's an ex-seminarian. He's probably not happy. He's probably still. Are you the ex-seminarian always posting on Facebook? I was like, okay, is that everything you got about me? Is that everything you saw on my page? Is that all you know? Like, is that all you saw? And then I asked him, maybe it's because I responded to you immediately. You may be thinking that I'm scam. But another person also put up something. I don't know if I can find that comment right now, but somebody shared something with me that a lady was attacking him for following my page. This lady was attacking him for following my page. And what was the lady's point? That I was doing a giveaway, and I streamlined it to ex-seminarians. That the giveaway I did for ex-seminarian for my graduation. Why should I do it just for ex-seminarians? That I had a hidden intention, that I was trying to build up a gang of ex-seminarians to fight the church. Who send me come social media? Who send me? Like, this is just so ridiculous. Why would I want to build a gang of ex-seminarians to fight the Catholic Church? Does she know the history of this church? Why would I, of all persons, want to fight this church? It is just because of where we are. Everybody sees reality from where they stand. And that is very painful. And this is why we're doing this. This is why we're sharing these things. This is why we're making out this call for people to see that ex-seminarians are not bitter people. Ex-seminarians, just like everybody, has a story. If it was not for the stereotypes that we have in Nigeria around people who have gone to seminary and did not make it to priesthood, did not make it in life, because a lot of people who go to seminary do come out in life to be very successful. If it wasn't for that stereotype, why would we do this? And we still receive these things. So he says, do you know who is playing Victor Von Doom in upcoming Avengers movie? Oh, is that an ex-seminarian? Applesauce. Do you know who is playing Victor Von Doom in upcoming? I don't know. Is that an ex-seminarian? Okay, so this is just very ridiculous. And this is why we're doing this. So I asked the guy to help me ask the lady who was attacking him for following my page. I asked him to help me ask the lady who was attacking me if she goes to Sunday Mass next week or next Sunday, and she sees that I am the priest on the altar, if she will leave. Because people don't know that ex-seminarians are not ex-priests. They can still become priests. They can still become deacons. They can still become married people. So what is the big deal? What is the big deal? It's really very painful about these stereotypes. Yes, he said, I want to hear Vitalis speak. He was my elder brother in the seminary. I'm an ex-seminarian. Okay, a boy, he is, I think he's having a problem with his login. I've sent him the link. Let me see if I should send the link again. Yeah, let's wait for him. I was just saying some things to wait for him, okay? Let's wait for him to join us. Yes, good evening from here. Okoro Chibona Felix. Thank you for joining. Thank you for joining. Okay, so I wanted to just talk about that while we wait for Vitalis to join us. Good evening, Azwa Matthias. Thank you for joining us as well. We really appreciate your presence here. So the reason why I do what I do on this platform is not because I am sad. It's not because I'm bitter. And I don't want to tell you my plans for my future. For God's sake, I am a member of this church. The way we have silenced the pain of some people, and we're not asking that these pains be even restituted for. So many people were sent out of the seminary in very unjust manners, in very inhuman manners. We are not asking anybody to do anything about that. We have invited a lot of people to share their stories, because stories shape reality. Stories heal. Stories have a lot of impact on human existence. So we invite these people to share their stories. We lift them up. We honor their stories. Some of those stories, nobody has ever heard them. And as these stories are shared, those who are still in the system as seminarians are being encouraged. Those who are in the system as formators are also seeing that the people who they sent out maybe in unjust manners, and even those who were sent out justly, and those who left on their own are going about doing good things for themselves. So they probably have a rethink when they're sending the next person out to treat this person with a lot of love, with a lot of just respect for the human dignity. Our guest is back on stage, so I'm going to bring him up just shortly. Yes, Talker Simon. Good evening. Thank you for joining us. Good evening, son of big God. I see as you dey scatter L. Oh God. This program is really good. It was like hell in a cell when I left the seminary. So many were against me, both uncles, stop assisting totally. And it made me feel I was helped then to help them later. You can imagine that. Ross, thank you for joining. So, drum roll as we welcome our guests. Hello, 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 Beatles. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can. Good evening, sir.
Yes, you keep calling me sir, this man. You keep calling me sir. Everything I've seen about you is nothing short
Can
of
you hear
excellence.
me?
Yes, I can hear you. I can hear you. Everything I've heard about you is nothing short of excellence. Stop calling me sir. I'm your boy. Welcome. Can you hear me?
It's serious.
No, I can hear you. I can hear you. I can hear you. Hello? Hello, Vitlis. I can hear you. It's not, it's network issue. It's, and I saw something about MTN on online today. I don't know what MTN is doing to people in Nigeria. Let me just type a message for him. It's probably network. See if you can switch to another network. Yeah, so we are sorry about that. Vitlis is here, but uh, I think his network is down. I think his network is down. So, like I was saying, people think that the reason for this platform is to fight the church, like me. You don't know my story, you don't know me, don't follow me with that stereotype of an ex-seminarian who is bitter, who is sad, who does not appreciate the things that he got from the seminary. Don't follow me like that. That is not who I am. Okay? Anyway, so I hope, can you guys hear me? I'm just checking my microphone right here. So let's talk about abuse in the church. For mentors in Nigeria, seminaries can never change. The frustration is real. Okay, thank you. I see you can hear me. We are not asking them to change. It's because people don't read history that they do anyhow. And when people don't check history, history repeats itself. If you go to the Western world, they also had junior seminaries. They also had the same things that we have now, boom in religion and all that, boom in vocations. But at the time, things began to change and people began to say, you know what? I think that thing you did was wrong. Yeah. So okay, our guest is back. Hi, Vitlis. Don't worry. Don't worry. I understand. We all understand.
Simon,
Nigerian network is terrible. Don't worry. We all understand.
I'm just sorry.
Don't let it put you off. We are waiting to hear everything you want to share with us today. So don't worry. We are waiting for you. Once anytime the thing is fixed, we'll hear you.
It's okay. There's no problem. I can hear you pretty well.
Good, good, good. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So, as a way of welcoming you, I saw something very sweet on your page and I wanted to share it.
Wow, really?
Yes, I wanted to
That's
share it.
okay. I'm ready to.
Let's start with that and we sing
Okay.
along to it. Look at that song. I want to play this thing forever. I
Oh my
want
God.
to play this thing forever.
I'm still remembering. You're taking me back to the seminary already.
I saw it on your page. Let me show you where I saw it. I saw it on your page. Look at where I saw it. So because I didn't go to the same seminar with you, I didn't know so much about you. So I wanted to at least get to know you before we get here. Normally I call on phone and we talk, but you see how we have both been very busy. So what I did was to go through your Facebook and to just get to know you from seeing the things you post and the things you do. Look at where I saw the thing from.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, that's where I saw it from.
Wow. 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 Okay. That's good.
That's where I saw it from. Yeah.
All right.
So once again, welcome to this platform. You've been a very supportive follower to what we do here. I see you share a lot of our things, and then you have, oh my God, there are so many things you have said about you. I'm like, wow, don't worry, I'll get to that. So who are you?
Oh, as if I should answer the way Moses, or let me say God instructed Moses to say, I am who I am. Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Yeah.
I believe you can hear me.
Yes, I can hear you
Can
very,
you hear
very
me?
well. Yes, loud and clear.
Okay, okay. My name is Vitalis. Okay, let me start with my father's name. My name is UTSA Ushahemba Vitalis. That's my name. Yeah. So I am from Benue State.
Okay.
That is my state. I'm from Benue State, but I reside in Abuja. I work in Abuja. I I schooled in, let me say, my secondary school, St. James Minor Seminary. That is where I attended my secondary school. And then from there, I was enrolled into the major seminary after some years because I didn't join immediately. But after a while, yeah, I decided to let me let me try to know if God is actually calling me. So I was enrolled into the major seminary. Yeah. So um 2013. I hope you can hear me well.
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay, all right, okay. Yeah, 2013, that was when I started my journey to the priesthood. 2013. So from spiritual year to philosophy, fourth degree, and then pastoral year thereafter. And after pastoral year, I started my theology. And then
Mm.
for many who don't know, yeah, I yeah, let me say theology 1 to 3. I was going to the final year theology. That was
Okay.
when, yes, that was when I didn't drop out. I got affected. Yeah. So some person will say, hey, I mean, just leave the team. I mean, no, leave the team. I was asked to discontinue.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was asked to discontinue. So that was,
So,
so
thank you for sharing that. A lot of people
yeah.
find it hard to say that, and I've said it before. It's not a bad thing. I was asked to discontinue in junior seminary, and eventually I went to Schoenstatt, and I left Schoenstatt. But the way where my head strong, if I stayed, they may still have asked me to leave. So it's not, there is nothing there. Anybody who has gone to seminary, we know that is that you became a priest is not because you are the holiest of seminarians. It's because first God wants you
Yeah.
there, and second somebody looked
Yeah.
away at something you did. So just somebody looked away at something you did. If they want to pursue you, they will pursue you. They have a lot of reasons. So yeah,
Sure.
thank
Sure.
you
Sure.
for that. Thank you for sharing that with us. So 2013 till
Okay. Thank
now.
you. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I have seen your
I
continue.
actually
Go
left
ahead.
2021. I actually left 2021.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Good.
November 8th to be precise. Yeah.
Once I see anybody that remembers the date they left, it is a deep one.
No, see, no, but aside that, there's one thing with me. I hardly forget dates. Like, even if I try to forget, my memory will be telling me that this is what happened on this so date. There are some persons with me. If they, yeah, even where I work, I know that there are some persons, if they want to keep memory of particular things, some of my friends are close to me or some people are close to me, they'll come, Vitalis, please remind me of these things on so time or so more,
Mm,
remind me of this thing. And I will tell you the dates, the time, and how it actually happened. So most of the times I do it unconsciously, but
mm,
I can't just like, okay, I can't just force myself that don't remember it. Once it comes, it just comes like that. So most of the time that is how it is. But not that I don't forget. I forget some things, but at times particular things just come to my mind and then I just decide to keep it.
mm.
So that is
Good.
it.
Okay, good. Um,
Yeah.
we have always talked about what this experience was for us. Um, and I've seen that you're a very positive minded person. And let me start from before asking you what was the difficult aspect of leaving seminary. What did you enjoy so much when you were in the seminary?
Okay. In the seminary. Oh, hello?
Yes.
Please come again, please.
Oh, I think my microphone is messing up. What did you enjoy so much when you were in the seminary?
Oh my goodness. What I enjoy most in the seminary is the liturgy. Liturgy.
Oh,
The seminary liturgy is next to none. It's next to none. And then I see like
we're losing Vitalis
my
again.
friends and then they in the same. Can you hear me?
Yeah, somehow your network is breaking, but you're back now. I can hear you.
Okay, okay. So for me, I was saying that one of the things I enjoyed most in the seminary was the liturgy and then the unity in diversity.
Hmm. Okay. Great.
So
Yeah,
many
the
things.
liturgy in the
Yeah.
seminary is next to nothing. During Easter, like this,
Actually,
a lot of
oh,
ex-seminarians come back to the seminary to experience it. It's next to
yeah,
nothing.
yeah, yeah, yeah. It's actually very good.
Okay, before we miss something about you, according to our flyer, you are a political analyst. Tell us something about that part of you.
Let me say, I, I was born with that. I'll
Hmm.
put, I will simply say it in that way. I was born with that because right from my primary school,
Yeah.
I glued, yeah, yeah, I glued myself to radio. Can you hear me?
Yes, yes, yes. I can
Can you
hear
hear
you.
me?
Go ahead. Yes.
Oh, okay. Okay, right from primary school, I glued myself to radio, listening to news, watching news was the best. Then when I went to the minor seminary, that was my best moment where I kind of I took a bold step. Yeah, writing news, reading news on assembly ground. Then I was just in a way then I took interest in politics, listening how the gist, the all the political interaction, and how the kind of, let me summarize, like the political gist entirely interests me. So I got glued to it. And then when I came to the major seminary, I was in a way handling the communication system of the school. So I write news, I cast news. Um, in a minor seminary, I was the president of press club, or the president of press club, reading news. My classmates and even my juniors, once they remember me very well about newscasting, and that is one of the major thing they remember. At times, some will not know my name, but when they see me, they say Pressman. It became my name, Pressman. They started calling me Pressman. And then in the major seminary too, I was handling the communication system of the school. So that I took so much interest in that. So
Yeah.
after I left the seminary, yeah, after I left the seminary, um, where I am working right now, where I'm working, um,
Mm.
at first I was posted to research development unit. That is where I started working, and then after a year, I was swapped to Catholic Legislative Liaison Office. So basically, I track bills. The Catholic Legislative Liaison Office is a unit of Church and Society Department of the Catholic Secretariat of Nigeria, Abuja. So I'm an associate, so assistant in that unit. So I represent the church at the as a liaison officer to the National Assembly. So there I am my boss. I'm assisting my boss. It will not be as if I'm the one in charge. I'm not the one in charge. So I'm assisting my boss.
Yeah.
I want to put it clear, yeah. So I'm
Before
assisting
they
my
collect
boss.
the one you have.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm assisting my boss. And then basically I track views at the National Assembly. I follow proceedings at the National Assembly, every gist about the National Assembly, what they do after each plenary or sittings. I collect other paper. So I make sure I get the other paper. Every discussion of that day at both chambers of the National Assembly, the House of Reps and the House of Senate. I look at the bills, everything that was discussed that day, analyze it, collect other paper, analyze it, and then submit to my organ that this is what happened today, this is what happened. And even I also follow their oversight function. Even they have some oversight function in ministry, they call MDAs, ministry departments and agencies. So I follow it up. What was the purpose of visit? Everything that was done there. Yeah, I collect it, and then keep it in the archives. So if there's need to a kind of analyze what's happened, I analyze and then makes some submission to my guy. If there are a kind of some interesting gist that the church would need to like swing into action to for the betterment of the poor, or let me say the betterment of every Nigerian. Yeah, I do it. And then this unit is like it's a synergy between it's just like a synergy between the church and government. That is it.
Mhm.
It is a synergy like between God and the church and government. What the government is doing where the church will kind of encourage it. What they are not doing where the church will still thinks that this should be the way to go. So we stand as a kind of a middleman between the church and government. So
Mhm.
basically, that is so that's what
Good.
I normally do. Yeah.
Wow, thank you. A lot of people, once it comes to election times, they are not willing to vote. They say God will take care of it. I hope this is a time for them to see that the church is also actively involved in politics and in governance. And what would you like to tell people like that? We'll eventually go to your story, but just since we're talking about
Yeah.
politics.
Yes. Actually, everybody, if okay, in our country, once you are 18 years, you are supposed to kind of exercise your civic responsibility. And one of them is voting in an election. Voting in an election. You have to participate. Even the church encourages political participation. So don't for me. There was a formal this court. I'm trying to remember, but it is high time that we should not be too heavily minded and then earthly useless. We should not be too heavily minded and earthly useless. If you think that okay, it's about the government, it's about the government. Me, I will not vote. So some even post of saying that me, I don't vote in an election. It is not my problem. My brother, my sister, it is your problem because it is your problem primarily because if you refuse to vote and any decision is taken, it is still binding on you. So who is at a kind of loss here? You, of course, maybe that singular vote that you would have cast would have a kind of contribute to good governance or bringing somebody that is a kind of a reputable somebody, somebody of impeccable character into government. Maybe that singular vote that you refuse to vote would have brought the person into power. Then you say that you are shying away from a kind of political participation. It means that you are too heavily minded or you are utterly useless because you can't contribute anything to the society. So it is
Yeah.
not good. And then if you um some in the Catholic social teaching also encourages one of the principles. Hello, can you hear me?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, one of the principles talks about political participation also
Mhm.
participating in civic engagement. So if you claim that okay, you are a Christian, you don't are a kind of you don't want to involve yourselves in such things, it means that you are not even practicing your Christianity or your Catholicism to the fullest. Because if you were conscious of these things, you would have involved yourself into a kind of politics. Yeah, politics is not involving yourself into politics. It's not just a kind of campaigning for election or a kind of contesting for a particular political post. No, it also
Yeah.
involves voting too. And then, if you look, the principle of subsidiarity, the principle of subsidiarity in Catholic social teaching talks about what what a lower what a lower authority can do a higher authority cannot do. So if you look at it in this, I want to look at it in this way. Now, the votes that you are supposed to cast, is it the president that should come and cast the vote for you? It means that you are the only person to cast that vote. So if you refuse to do that, it means that what you as a citizen supposed to do, you are refusing or you have refused to do it. And any decision that is taken will be binding on you, whether you are a Christian, whether you're a Muslim, or even a atheist. It is binding on you. Any decision
Good.
that this government takes is binding on you. So we have that a kind of it's our right to participate in political activity or civic. It is a civic responsibility. We are at right to exercise our civic responsibility, especially those of us that can vote. So we shouldn't be allow ourselves to be disenfranchised, please. So
Wow, thank you so much. There is something I made a post I made about two fighting. It's actually not just about a fight. It's about how religion and politics are conflicted because of how overtly religious we are in Nigeria. This is not about me today. Everything is about Francis. Sorry, everything is about Vitalis. So please, if you want to, you can check that post. So I will just not talk more about this. We want to hear from Vitalis today, like full time. Okay, thank you for sharing that about inviting our people to embrace political participation, political activeness. What was your motivation? I'll be rambling around many things. At the end of the day, this is the goal for you to share what you really want to share. So if I ask
yes,
you one question and you want
yes,
to
sir.
move from there to any other thing, please feel free. This is all about your story. This is all about sharing these insights, sharing your story, encouraging others, teaching others, uplifting others, and just bringing the truth out so that people will know that there are people who have gone through where you've gone through, who are still out there standing strong, and who are helping people. So, what was your motivation to join the seminary?
Okay. All right. I have a simple motivation. Yeah, and the motivation is that I was born and brought up in a Catholic family. Yeah, born and brought up in a Catholic family. And then my father was even a catechist. My father was a catechist. So growing in such a family background, and then jokingly, I used to tell him that he's late though. Yeah, may so rest in peace.
Amen.
So, yeah, I used to tell him that he's a catechist. Me, I want to become a priest. That is what I used to tell him. And then he said, okay, if I actually want to become a priest, then yeah, he has given his nods over it. And so after when I was about to finish or graduate from primary school, yeah, it took me to go and write common entrance. And then that is how I got enrolled into the minor seminary. And then being to the minor seminary, there is a propensity, or let me say you have like 90% chances of going into the major seminary if you so wish. If you so wish, because already the training you are getting, yeah, the training there. So if actually you want to become a priest or get into the major seminary and you are in the minor seminary, I think there is that propensity that you have upper hands more than those that are coming from other secular secondary school. So my motivation, yeah, basically was because I wanted to serve God, and then being brought up in a Catholic family, I then had that motivation that I'll become a priest. So that is basically, that was just my motivation.
Good. And a lot of people have a lot of motivations for different things. I'm happy the book is just by my table. So any seminarian in Nigeria, if you need this book, tell
Mm.
me. I will send it to you. Where is this camera? Oh, the camera is following my face. This is how to love. This book will tell you the different motivations to priesthood, the different motivations to living the celibate life. A lot of people want to be priests, but they never remember that if you want to be a priest, you have to not get married. So not getting married now comes like necessary evil. Some people studying philosophy is not something they want. But because you want to be a priest, philosophy becomes necessary evil. You know, you have to study philosophy to be a priest. So um, I just asked the question about motivation because there are lots of motivations for the ministry, for priesthood, for anything. But the starting motivation is not a problem. Some people just want to be a priest because of eating turkey or driving car. All those things are not the problem because as you grow in the journey, you refine your motivations, and usually if you're honest with yourself, you can tell yourself that no, I don't want or I really want. So that's why I asked the question about motivation. Thank you for sharing that with us. um
You're welcome,
what
sir.
Yeah, thank you. What about your experience in the seminary? And I'm looking at what you would like to tell. Now we're looking at in hindsight, what would you would have done more often? What would you like? What you have said you enjoy liturgy, and I think I don't know if any seminarian who went to the seminary would not say that because I mean we are very in the seminary very keen about liturgy, and people prepare for liturgy, good music, good singing, organization, everything is just proper packaging and prompt delivery, so it's always beautiful. Are there any things that you did personally as a person to become a good seminarian, to become a good person, and those things with you now, have they helped you in the long run?
Yes, 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 yes. Some. Yeah, I would say partially. There are some certain things that I did that helped me while I was in the seminary, and they are still helping me now. One of which is a kind of that a dignity for the human person.
Mm,
Dignity for the human person. The seminary will teach you to respect people. The seminary will teach you to respect people, what no matter who they are, no matter their backgrounds. Can you hear me?
yes, I'm with you. I can
Okay,
hear you.
okay. The
You're
seminary will
loud and
teach you.
clear. Your voice is good.
Wow.
Don't worry about that. If we can hear you, I'll tell you. I can hear you.
All right, okay. The seminary will teach you how to respect people, no matter their backgrounds. The seminary will teach you how to love, to show brotherly love for one another. If you that is if you want, because all these things they are not under compulsion. They are not under compulsion because
Mm,
it is you that will choose to practice it or to neglect it. They are not under compulsion, but the seminary will teach you. So for me, actually, the seminary has taught me a lot. So, and what I've just told you is one of them. And I think just like the B part of your question said, it has helped me and it's still helping me. It is still helping me. Though that has also in a way, a kind of caused problem for me. It has caused problem for me in some occasions. Yes, because I am somebody that I'm a person that I don't love or I don't like seeing somebody being ill treated. I
mm,
don't like somebody being ill treated. So at times when somebody is a kind of unfairly treated, even if it is not my problem. At times I will just try to buy it, let it be my problem. Why should this person be marginalized? What should this person be treated in this way? What should the dignity, the sanctity of this person be undermined? So even when it is not my problem, I try to buy it. And then in a way, it has caused problems to me, but I'm happy for that type of problem. I'm always happy for when I land into such problem. I beat my chest and say, Vitalis, you have done what is right. So no matter what you face, no matter the repercussion of this thing, be ready for it. You bought problem yourself, but it is a good problem and be proud of it. So that is, I hate somebody a kind of marginalizing or a kind of trampling down on another person's right. So I hate it. So even when it is not my problem, I try to buy it. So it has caused problem for me too.
Good. I love passion. I love passion. It's not difficult to notice when people are passionate about something. All the while, Vitalis was here talking gentle, until he touches on something that he's passionate about, and you see how he went alive. This is beautiful. Do you have any
Yes.
maybe a short story about one time when you stood for somebody, when you try to affirm somebody's human dignity, and what these problems might be and how you navigate that? I know you said you love it, but it doesn't mean you always enjoy it, right?
Yeah. It is. Oh. Yeah. There are several occasions that I I tried
Okay,
protecting the integrity
let
of
me
somebody.
reframe. Let me reframe this question. Okay, I'll put up
Okay, sir.
a comment here. Somebody said something that was funny. So this comment says, "My oga back then in seminary, he terrorized us. He terrorized us. So the fear of UTSA Vitalis is the beginning of your stay in the seminary. Did you have some functions in the seminary, and were you out against those who were bullying people or what? Tell us about this comment."
That made me laugh because I know it's
You know the guy.
yes, yes. Seamus. Okay, Seamus, as in that Seamus. Yeah, my junior back then in seminary. He was an infirmarian. Yeah, one of the infirmarian back then in seminary. Yeah. So I
Okay.
know that most of the time, he loves coming late. He loves coming late to the chapel. Yeah. He loves coming. He loves coming late to the chapel, hiding under the canopy of his infirmarian. So he will just go and stay, even when it is time for night prayer. He will just go and stay there so that he will come late. So such people,
Yeah.
when I see them, I make sure that I question them very well too. To actually, at times I will even say that go and bring the note from your boss. Let me
Mm.
see. Because at times he will not be on duty. He will not be on duty. But you go and stay there so that he wants to miss night prayers. Or he wants to come late. He wants to come late for night prayers. So such people, when I see them, I, I would love to show them a lesson or two. So
So Sheamus
despite
has
the
said that. Sorry, continue.
yeah. So
Continue.
despite the fact that despite the fact that I was an advocate of a kind of protecting the rights and dignity and sanctity of others, I also love what is good should be done.
Hmm.
Whatever is good should be done without cutting across or some shortcuts. So
Mm.
many guys they didn't have they did not love that. They have problems with me when it comes to that. So yeah.
Okay. Sheamus Azenda. See now. Should they say you should just be watching? You went to ask question. You have caught stray bullets. Now we know you don't like to pray. Now we know you don't like night prayers, but I mean, those days it was so boring. If you look at my knees right now, my knees, there's no kind of cream I use that my knees will be okay. Because from
Yeah.
age 12, when I joined junior seminary, you kneel down 5 times a day praying. I'm not saying it's wrong, because you
Yeah.
inculcate prayer in these young boys, but at some, if you look at it in another
Yeah.
way, they also begin to have no relevance for prayers unless they personally build a personal journey with
Yeah.
God. So,
Yeah.
Shemus, sorry for the stray bullet.
Uh, sorry, my gosh, I'm sorry. It was just I was just trying to hit a knee, that knee on the head. So sorry. I
Okay,
didn't
okay,
even know
that's
the
nice.
call anything yet.
Let's talk about your journey, your transition. And you can draw me back anytime if you need to draw us back to your story in the seminary and all that. So we have heard that you love to listen to the news, you love to get hooked to the radio. You did that all through your seminary time. It seems like you found that thing that's a niche, that thing that you're good at. And even when you left the seminary, you've been able to create a life for yourself. You've been able to make an impact with the same things that you really loved. So, did you have to get any certification, go to school, or like, did you just do that with theology? I mean, I think you didn't finish theology, so did you do it with philosophy?
Okay, getting certified, and I didn't get your.
Okay, you didn't get that. Okay, I
Can you come
said
again?
yes. In your transition from after you left the seminary, now you're working as a political analyst for the church in Abuja, and
Yeah.
did you have to get any academic certifications? Did you have to learn any skills? How did your personal growth journey look like in this transition?
Okay, okay. Yeah, so after I left the seminary, I kind of involved in some trainings, because where I'm working, if you if a kind of if you are working in a particular field and you lack some skills, you can request all because I'm working with Caritas Nigeria. Yeah, so Caritas on its own with a kind of when they see needs for you
Yeah.
to get some skills in particular this thing, they brings people to come and train you, even if it means 1 month, 3 months, or whatever. They can be even so generous to send you abroad to go and train you in a particular field if you are good in it. So I've got some certification came here. And then on my own, I also enrolled in some online training that I did. I think I have some online certificates. I think I should have about 13 or 14 of them.
Wow. Okay.
So
Okay.
in such areas. So really I worked so hard making personal efforts that please, this dream, I want to like let it be a kind of materialize. Let it be materialized. Not it shouldn't just end at the level of me having passion on a particular thing. What can I show
Mm.
that I have passion for this and I have? What are my efforts? What are my efforts?
Yeah.
So I always try that
Yeah.
let it be also a kind of visible that I have passion for this and this is the effort I have tried. And that effort they yielded positive results that I think I have about from the time I started 2022 when I started working up to this moment. I think I have about 13 to 14 certificates relating to my work.
Mm.
Yeah. At times I'll wake up in the mid because the classes may be in the midnight. Some will be like 2 or 3 a.m. because some the certification is not from Nigeria. So they have to be in accordance with the time frame. or the time zone of those the particular person's country,
Mm.
sorry, particular country. So personal efforts are made. And let me draw it back because due to the passion can you hear me?
Yes.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay. Due to the passion I had, yeah, I want to say something funny, please. Am I permitted?
Go ahead. Yes, yes. Yes, go ahead.
so so due to the passion, like on a very serious note, due to the passion I had on the kind of communication, yeah,
Mm.
and news, a kind of I was praying that please do, if I'm ordained, if eventually I'm ordained a priest, let it be a time when my diocese will have a radio station. It was always my prayer that you see that that Vitalis, you are not going to work in a parish. Then they will say that I work on a radio station or a TV station. I used to pray very seriously about this. Sometimes I
Mm.
will be saying, which type of prayer is this? But it was due to the a kind of that motivation that I had in mind. I was just praying that me working in a parish is better either work in a communication system, radio station, or in a school. But but it wasn't working like in a parish. You see, it wasn't my prayer. All of that, I don't know, but it wasn't on my mind. I wanted to like kind of diversify. I work in
Mm.
that.
This is
So
this
that
is
is
really powerful. This is touching on a lot of things that other ex-seminarians have shared. If you leave the seminary, or you don't have like the things we share here are not just for seminarians and ex-seminarians. Anybody, you have to build yourself. You have to build your skills. You have to pick up skills, learn new things, develop yourself. It's really important that we do that. There was something else I was going to say about that, but I think when it comes back to my mind, I will go to it. Okay.
okay, it's okay.
So talking about building yourself. Yeah, so please don't think that you live, even if you live any life, any side of life, you can still develop yourself, you can still build. Stop looking for quick, breakthrough. It is not like that. Life respects processes. Anything you want to do, put in your best, do that, and you'll get the results. Oh, I've remembered what I wanted to ask you. I have
Okay.
something that I want to share here. I'm going to share my screen again, and it's from your page, so we are getting to know you.
Okay.
So this is it.
Oh my God. So,
You see that? So somebody was, was just
yeah,
somebody was saying something about how you push through your journey. You did not allow being asked to leave the seminary pull you down, and you say, "Thank you, my dear sister."
yeah.
There are two people that are bold, firm, resilient, and courageous: Vitalis, Usa, and others. I am never moved by anything negative. That is a powerful statement. That is a very powerful and very bold statement. Tell us about this
Yes, sir.
person that has this mindset. Tell us why this person doesn't care that they may be perceived as proud. Just this is a lot of self-esteem here. Tell us about it.
Okay. One thing you mean is that that thing or that word called low self-esteem, it is never in my dictionary. It is never in my dictionary. I don't even because I know very well I am courageous. I know I am bold. I know I am firm. I know I'm resilient in whatever I do. So this is
Mm,
it. First and foremost, at times it only occurs to me. I'll be doing my work. It will only occur to me. Oh, you were in the seminary because I adapt to environments very, very easily. Very, very easily. So whatever happens to me, I pray over it and I wave it off. Please, I will just tell myself, please don't let this get you down. Don't let this get you down. Because
mm,
first and foremost, you'll be hurting yourself. you'll be hurting
Yeah.
yourself, making yourself sad, making yourself miserable, and like being helpless. And the others will be laughing. Look at what we're saying. Look at what we're saying. Look at how he's looking. So for me as a person, I don't allow anything called fear and low self-esteem to overtake me, overshadow me. So it is never in my agenda. It is never in my agenda. One thing that let me say again that has also caused me problem. And then primarily, it was also one of the things that made some people have personal problem with me that it kind of generated into something else. Because I'm a kind of person that if I have any problem with you, if I have any problem with you, oh,
Mm-hmm.
you can never go and say that thing at your back. I can never go and say that thing at your back because I don't have two lives. I have just a life. I will walk to your face and tell you that this is what you have done that I don't like it. So if you have that power to kill me, I'm ready to go down. But my satisfaction will be that you have done something wrong to me and I have told you right in your face without any fear of persecution, of any repercussion that thing will cause. Because for me, it will sound so stupid of me seeing somebody I can confront and tell you my problem. I hide when I'm going to say that to your back. Is there any solution to that? If I have any problem with you, if I have problem with you, Mr. Nadi, I and you will solve that problem. It is not by going to say yes. It is only I and you that will solve that problem. It is not by going behind you to go and tell this thing, say all kinds of calumny, gossip, and say all kinds of things at you. But will that solve the problem? Will that actually
No,
solve the
good.
problem?
No,
So
that will not.
I think for me, I said it cannot solve any problem. That is why when that my sister when she spoke about she was thanking me for my call. This is not the first time. Many persons, even where I'm working,
Somebody
people come
just
to
dropped a
think,
comment. Your
is it?
courage is unimaginable. That I know. You see that
Oh,
comment?
okay, wow. That's my
Yeah.
lovely brother. He's my parish brother. He's my parish
Okay.
brother. I cherish that. In fact, he just left my bishop, a very good man, bishop. But I must respect him for the rest of my life. Rest of my life. I must respect him. He just
Mm,
sent the young man. He's in Rome. He left just last month, so he's seminarian studying in Rome now. So
good.
um,
Good.
actually, most people know that. I know that even in the seminary, I had problem when it comes to a kind of being courageous, being firm, being resilient.
Yeah.
People, a kind of some of my formators then understood the kind of person that I am. That me, if I have any problem, I see it out to I say it out instead of going to say it at the back.
Yeah.
Because when I was entering into seminary, I told myself that Vitalis, if God wants you to become a priest, become a good priest. Be a very good priest. And before you become a very good priest, you must become a very good person.
Yeah.
You must become a very good person before you think of priesthood. Because it is always said, we're always told that seminary is a process of discernment. It's a
Yeah.
process of discernment. So, and in the process of discernment, the seminary may ask that you should leave.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm not even trying to say I understand how the things work. Can you hear me? So I'm not
Yes,
Can you hear me?
yeah, yeah, I
Can
can
you
hear
hear
you now.
me? Okay, good. You
Yes, I
see,
can hear you now.
there is a point you raised, or something I noticed from your story, and someone else that we have interviewed on this platform was very good in drama. He was very good. He was leading the theater arts club in the junior seminary, but his father wanted him
Yeah.
to be a priest. Eventually, he succeeded. His father disowned him, and after some years, the father accepted him.
Mm.
He is now a movie director, one of the leading music movie directors in Nigeria. His name is Nnabuike Okoro. Anybody can look him up. This guy
Wow,
showed
that's great.
like exceptional abilities in acting and directing movies or dramas in junior seminary. Nobody looked at that. There's another story I saw, some Father George, or Father, I think it's Father George, on his TikTok. There was a small boy who was blessing the guy. I think school drama. The small boy was blessing him and even blessed him with Latin. And everybody's clapping. The comment section is saying we're waiting for him to be a priest. Nobody is thinking that this guy may be a gifted orator. This guy may be a gifted public speaker. For him to memorize those lines and leave them out, it doesn't just show that he's a gifted priest. Look at you. You were praying to be able to have the opportunity to organize or to work in a radio station in your diocese. That was already telling you something, and you were trying to force God hand and beg God hand. So I think we, as the way discernment goes, anything you're already good at, that thing you can do effortlessly. um, God will still use it, whether in the seminary, whether in the priesthood, or outside. We have come close
Sure.
to 1 hour. Francis, thank you for joining us. Francis left a comment here. Francis was the guy who we stayed with last week. Um,
Okay, okay, that's
yeah,
good.
Francis he broke my computer. Such an excellent
Ah,
guy. Just like you. You
okay.
people are just you people are just out of this world. Francis, thank you for joining us. Um, would you have any words for seminarians? Because I know a lot of seminarians watch this. What I don't understand is those people that think I'm here to fight the church. Like, you people should wait. Don't worry until I become monk. When I come to your parish, you'll not chase me out. They don't know that ex-seminarians have a lot of, the doors are open. I can become anything. Not here. But if you see that abuse that I'm fighting, we'll fight that abuse. Because abuse is too much. And it's only because of clericalism. We think that a priest is a better human being, or a different human being, or a higher human being than the rest. Anyway, this is not for today. But do you have any words for seminarians, for formators, and for our people generally who have a stereotype or bias around seminarians?
Oh, okay, let me start with for those who are still in the seminary.
Mm.
Yeah, so where should I start?
Don't just flow. Don't take it any technical. Just flow. Share anyone that comes to
Okay,
mind.
okay. Now for let me for those who are still in the seminary, for that is all I can say is that don't be a kind of scared of being who you are. Don't be scared of being who you are. Just believe that you are being called by God to serve Him as a priest. So all you have to do is that cooperate with that grace of God. Cooperate with the grace of God. Always, always stand for the truth in whatever and any circumstances you find yourself. Just stand for that truth. Stand for the truth. Because I think um there is no good faking who you are, pretending just to be ordained, and then showing your other side of life. So for me, I think being who you are as a seminarian will determine who you will be as a priest. I know very well. See, man, know thyself. By know thyself. If I was to be ordained a priest, I already knew the person that I would have been. This one that doesn't take This one I don't take some some kind of it's okay. So I know who I am. So what all like I can say is for those who are seeing the scenario is that please just trust yourself and stand
Mm.
for the truth. Keep being yourself. Keep being yourself. Always, I'm hammering on this word, on these very words. Be yourself. This is the reason. There is that tendency that people will give you wrong advice, pieces of advice. People from outside, or maybe some within, that just pretend do this, just pretend do this, where they ordain us. But there's something with pretense. It doesn't last. There's something with pretense. It doesn't last. No matter how you pretend, a time will come that you unravel your real self. You unravel your real self, and the world will see who you are. The world will see who you are. So better at that stage of formation, better unravel who you are, so that the church will form you. The church will form you. Simple
Yeah.
as that. If there are good people, if there are good people to correct you, to tread the path that is very good, they will do that, and you become a very good person. But pretending that let me pretending and get ordained, let me pretend and get ordained. I think it will not help you, because you will never pretend forever. You will never pretend forever. A time will come when you surely unravel yourself. You surely unravel yourself. So that is for those who are still in the
In the seminary.
still in the seminary. Yeah. So, but for those of us who are not there, yeah, and some of my colleagues who are ex-seminarians who are listening to me, who are watching us, I tell you, please and please say no to low self-esteem, please. Say no to low self-esteem. The seminary has invested much in us, that if we discover the potentials we are made of, we go places. We go places. So why do you why are you still thinking or refusing to come out of that cocoon, out of that shell, that you, because you are not? Can you hear me? Oof. I can't hear you. I can't hear you. I can't hear you.
Good. What's up? Let me see what
Okay, I
mic
can
I'm
hear
using.
you now.
Okay, okay, good. All right. Please continue.
Can you hear me?
Yes, yes, go ahead. I can hear you. I can hear you, brother. I can
Okay, I
hear
can
you. Can
hear
you
you.
hear me? Yes, yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, somebody says she
Okay.
can hear me too. Oh, what is going on? Let me use my computer.
Yeah, I can hear you pretty well.
Okay. Can you guys hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you pretty clear.
Okay. Francis, thank you for joining. Naomi, thank you. Tiwa Savage was my colleague in NYSC. Thank you for joining. A lot of people that are on here. Thank you guys. Oh my God, Chinedu Celestin, thank you for joining. I appreciate all of you. Vitalis, please continue.
Okay, so I was confirm if you can hear me.
Yes, loud and clear.
Okay, okay. So I was channeling my second advice to my colleagues, some ex-seminarians out there.
Yeah,
So I was first and foremost, I was saying that please don't have any low self-esteem because the church has invested much in us. What the church has invested in us, if we actually discover the potentials that have been buried or embedded in us, I think we can go places. We can go places. So please do away with low self-esteem because some when they get out of the seminary, they bring problem on themselves. Please, you are not in the seminary, you are not in the seminary. It's either you are or you are
or
not.
you are
Then,
not.
so why can't you just accept that fact that you are not in the seminary and begin to do what will profit you, your colleagues, your friends, your family, and all of that, and you are still doing this thing? Like for me, I don't have any on a personal note, I don't have any problem with priests. Frankly, my friends, most of them are my friends, my classmates, my seniors, and whatever. We rapport very well. And then, thankfully, I'm working at the Catholic Secretariat. Where's the headquarters? There's no day or no week that I will not see my classmates. Most of them we see. I don't, frankly, me, I don't go. I hardly go to any of my class because of of where I work and the time. I may not have that time. Since I came here, I only attended mass with my class. One of my classmates I visited, he asked me to come Sunday. I kept postponing it till, but it was so pressing, so I had to go and visit here because now I also have something to do. Most of the times you invite me, I purposely turn down. I also have something to do, so I also allow you to do your work, and you also allow me to do the work I am doing. Not that
Yeah,
it's something bad. It is not something bad. I have very cordial relationship with my friends. I have very cordial relationship with my friends. But the thing is that I allow you to do your work, and then I also it kind of concentrates on my work. If I have time, we talk on phone. We have very good relationship. But please, I advise ex-seminarians, please, if you're not in the seminary, just don't just make yourself so helpless. At least try and get something doing. The potential that are embedded in you, what the church has also invested in us, it's so vast, it's so great that wherever we go, I bet you 90% of ex-seminarians, they can survive in any condition at all due to the formation we
anywhere,
went through.
anywhere.
Any-
It's like
Anywhere.
military.
I'm telling you, we can survive anywhere. So why are you putting yourself at the mercy of others? It's for me is bad. So please don't have low self-esteem. Whatever you find, whatever good you find doing, please invest your energy in it. Do it very well and it profit you. And then another thing is that don't be too desperate. Don't be too desperate. It is not because some will leave the seminary and the time is going and they are still thinking, I want to become a priest, I want to become a priest. No, that vineyard is the vineyard of the Lord, not your father's vineyard. It is not your biological father's vineyard. So who told you that you must become? So please, so you have to let that get out of your head. That get out of your head and find something reasonable doing. So for me, and then because this is causing a problem, some will desperately want to become priests by all means. I'm pretty sure you are aware of the okay, you are in USA, right? California
Yeah.
right now.
Yes. Yes.
Okay. But I believe you should be following news also. What
Yes.
happened in Kogi, in this in
Lokoja.
Lokoja. Just
Yes.
imagine somebody, you want to be ordained a priest. Why not follow the right channel? Going to an extent of deceiving deceiving a bishop to ordain you. Will
Mm.
it profit you? It cannot profit you. It cannot profit you in anywhere. Not go
Mm.
through legitimate and legal channel, which we know is the seminary.
Yeah.
You see, so some out of desperation and curiosity, they want to become priests by all means. It is not your father's vineyard. It's the vineyard of the Lord. So allow him to call you. Allow him to call you legitimately and genuinely.
Mm.
Not you just picking your call and calling God. If you don't want to call me, I must call myself. You can't force yourself to be called. Allow somebody to call you. So
Yeah.
for me, that is one of yeah, that's one
And
of the
even if
things I would
even
say.
if you are called and you are veiling that you must be a priest, um, why not try something else first?
So
Maybe in that
so
something else you
okay,
find peace, you find success, you
good.
find fulfillment. Yeah. Sorry,
Yeah,
continue.
yeah. So okay. So and the third one for me is that yes, um we as ex-seminarians we should always pray for our religious leaders and those in authority. Yeah, pray for our priests, pray for our priests. I know it's not easy. I know it's not easy. We that pass through the process, it's not an easy task. So we should always pray for them. And then also them on their part, they should also try a kind of as much as possible to also encourage ex-seminarians. They should try by all means to encourage ex-seminarians because some may only want to may only want a seminarian to come close to them, an ex-seminarian to come
Mm.
close to them and pretend under the guise of advising and whatever they want to find out more things from you and castigate you. It is
Yes.
wrong,
Yes.
totally wrong, very very wrong. So as much as we pray, we encourage ourselves to pray for priests. I think they also should kind of try to encourage ex-seminarians. Some are doing that, some are doing that very well because let me give myself set example for
Mhm.
myself. um I have to say it was a priest after when I was affected. It was a priest that brought me to where I am. Vitalis, he called me that Vitalis, please come over, come and spend some time with me. So when I came, he sat me down, discussed, he asked me what the problem was. I told him what I know. I told him, and he still confirmed from many persons, many persons. and they still told him that this is what happened. He sat me down. He kind of tried in so many ways to engage me, despite the fact that it was tough for me. It was tough for me because my organ, even when I visited me, he left the same day. Somebody that left the seminary. I tried to battle with his life, bombarding me with my a kind of research, do this and whatever. I know he was trying to help me in a way, but sometimes I will open a book, I will not say anything because I want to raise, I want to raise, I want to raise. And he keep pestering me. He kept pestering me. I'm talking about no any other person but my boss, my foster father, somebody I cherished after my father. That is somebody I cherished. I so much cherished him. I so much love him with my full chest. Let me say it like that. Yeah, Bishop, Most Reverend Isaac Dugu. Yes, I stayed when I got affected. I stayed with him just 6 months. Just 6 months. Yeah. And then it was the one that let me say, he employed me. Yeah, I found something for me. And then just 6 months, he was appointed a bishop. And then back in my diocese again. He was sent to
Mm.
my diocese. The
Mm.
diocese I left, just things, and then he was appointed a bishop. So you can see that this is a priest. This is a priest showing me love, embracing me, teaching me the good thing that I need to do, or some good things that I need to do. I hold him in high esteem, very high esteem, because of
Yeah.
what he did to me. I know very
Yeah.
well. Other being he was a back there in the diocese where I worked, I think I would have become a very good priest with what he taught me the few
Mm.
months I stayed with him before his appointment as a bishop. Oh,
Mm.
I learned so vast. I learned so vast in him. So I would have become a very, very good priest. And then, my Lord, I want to tell you, maybe he will listen, that what he invested in me is not going to be in vain. It's not going to be in vain. Yes, yes, I will say that because every time it has been helping me, it has been helping me, everything that he taught me. And we're still in very, very good communication. Very, very good communication. I hardly see any week that will pass by without him hearing from me. I mean, getting back to him. So I think if priests are helping ex-seminarians like the bishop did to me, he started doing that when he was a priest. He never knew that he would become a bishop. He never knew
Mm.
that he was going to become a bishop. Yes, we
Yeah.
stay together, we eat together. Before he became a bishop, he was doing that to me. And then there's an appointment as a bishop. He still kept encouraging me. That is it. So if priests are doing with ex-seminarians like this, I don't think it hurts me. Is speaking evil about priests and whatever. And in fact, 2 5 5 days, it's not up to a week, 5 days ago, I confronted one guy, one ex-seminarian. I confronted
Mm.
him that he was a kind of, because the way he was a kind of insulting a particular priest and whatever. I said, see, there's no need for this. So if you have a personal problem, if you are giving a general advice, it's okay. If you are saying something from your mind that people need to take caution, it's okay.
Mm.
But for me, I see it as you are just compounding your problem, going there to insult somebody, do this thing. Somebody you can see and confront face to face. You are busy writing things and insulting a person. Go and confront that person. I know that. See, I did that severally.
Yeah.
See, if anybody will not believe me on certain things in terms of telling somebody something in the face, confronting somebody and telling the person what he or she needs to know in the face. I'm telling you, nobody that knows me will vouch for me. Nobody will vouch for me because when they start, they say, this can do that. I have nowhere to hide because it. I do it, but on a good cause. If it is something that we need to iron out our problem, I need to tell you in your face. You are not God. I need to tell you in your face. Let's iron this problem instead of me going back and I keep gossiping about you. I don't even have that time.
Mm, mm.
I don't just have that time. I don't just have that time. So for me, it's good that priests encourage ex-seminarians. It is good. It is good. So that is for ex-seminarians. I spoke about seminarians in school. I spoke about
Ex-seminarians and
ex-seminarians. Now
yeah.
the last one you spoke. Yeah. Okay, now you talk about formators and maybe those
So sorry,
sponsoring. Yes,
before
right?
you go to before you go to formators and sponsors, because I also get this a lot, and I've tried to be very balanced how I talk about priests and seminarians and all these issues. Nobody offended me. I left the seminary
Yeah.
on my own. I'm just saying this for the
Yes.
camera, it's not for you.
Yes.
Because I don't know if I'll have time to come back to this issue.
No, no,
No, nobody
yeah.
offended me. Should be all those people listening. No, but in fact, I came to the US because of the Schoenstatt fathers. If not for Schoenstatt fathers, the seminary I went to, I would not be in the US. I could have gotten admission, gotten all the scholarship, but there is something I need that they gave me to come here. So it is not because if we, when I talk about abuse in the church, I do that with love because people are also in pain. People do not
Yeah.
understand.
Yeah.
Some people don't know how to make sense of the daily experiences they have with men of God, and how to connect that with the
Yeah.
identity of God, the loving father, the caring father. So that's why I do what I do. If I go back home,
Yes.
in fact,
It's on a general note. Yours is on a
go ahead.
general note.
Yes. Yeah, I
Yeah.
needed to
I'm saying that yours is on a general note.
no, I know you're not talking about me, but I felt the need to just chip that out. Maybe I'll make
Yeah.
another
Yeah.
video about it because you don't know.
Yes. Yes.
And people who don't know me may think that I'm a sadist kind of seminarian or ex-seminarian. I'm not.
Yeah.
It's just not it doesn't go down well with me, just like you like to confront people. By the way, that brings me to a
Yeah.
question. I heard something
Yes.
about um consultation first, confrontation last. So, in your daily experiences, the way you
Yeah.
confront people, as you said, how do you do that? Because it may be that the way you
Yeah.
do it it bears fruit for you. Maybe you are actually doing consultation and you thought you are doing confrontation. So, let's say I offended you. We scheduled this live,
Yes.
and eventually I didn't even reach out to you. We did not do the live session. How will you
Yeah.
confront me?
Okay, the last thing you said. The last thing you said.
So
I didn't
I
get it.
said, let's say we schedule this live session. I put you through all the stress of sending
Yes.
us your picture, sending us the team you will like, and then when the time came, I did not reach out to you. I did not go live. You are calling me, I did not answer. At the end of the day, from today till next week, you don't reach me. In a week from today, you now reach me. How will you confront me? Show us an example of how you do this that is has been bearing good fruit for you.
Okay. For me, I will simply text you because I know very well that if I called you and you didn't pick my call, the text you will surely see it, either SMS or WhatsApp, or from a messenger from FB or so. You will surely see one of it. I will drop for you. After a day, if you don't respond after a day or two, I will still drop it to remind you that I'll ask you whether you see my text on any of the platform, either any of the channels, either
Yeah.
WhatsApp, Facebook, or even SMS. If I still didn't get any message from you, and then for a week or two, what I will simply do is that I'll come and tell you that never you try featuring me on any or a program of this thing. I'll tell you in the face that I don't like That I was I was simply tell you that please avoid me when I'm resting. Don't just don't ever disturb my life. I'll just tell you that ever don't ever disturb my life. Just day on your own. I just so so it is my life and it's very hard to
Oh
so
my
people
God.
people people that know me, this is who I am. I will tell you, but you see, but honestly, you can also see diplomacy in that, don't you?
Yeah, yeah. So I was
You
just
don't
going
see
to point.
diplomacy in
I
that.
was just going to point out that what you actually did is consultation first, confrontation last. Because by the time you're
It
asking
can
me,
very
yes,
well. That is
because by the time you're
that's it.
asking me, did you see my message? What happened? You are consulting. You're asking. But after a week and I don't
Very
respond,
well,
you,
very
you
well.
now hit me hard.
Yes, yes. That is it.
Okay, so I get
That
it.
is
I
it.
get it.
For
Okay.
me, just as you say, yeah, just as you say, consultation first, confrontation. You can't get a response from somebody and then just jump into abusing the person or shouting
Yeah.
and doing all kind of things. At least
Yeah.
the first thing is that get get a feedback. Try getting a feedback. Try getting the justification for your action. Get a
Yeah.
justification first before yeah reacting. That is it.
Okay.
So the
Okay.
last the last the last one, it was for formators, right? Formators and
Yes.
maybe guardians, parents and
Mm.
all of that. For me, what I will have to my advice to these people, um our formators, yeah, let me start for our parents. My advice to our parents of ex-seminarians, is that know that the seminary is an environment of discernment, not a place, not a place where people go that they must become priests.
Yeah.
Yes, it is an environment where human beings are formed into a kind of from what they were to what the church wants them to be. So
Yeah.
it's a process of discernment. And the fact is that even if your child um, went to the seminary and happened to drop on his own or is expert, no matter what, that child,
Yeah.
if he wants, he will never be the same. The seminary must transform that person. So see that particular ex-seminarian as somebody who is a kind of has gone somewhere to learn and then transform the society. It mustn't, the church also belongs to the society. The
Yeah.
church belongs to the society also. So even that your child doesn't become a priest, ask yourself, how is the person's life? Is it transformed in a way, or is it worse than how you used to know? I think that is
Hmm.
when you may judge the person right or wrong. Don't take your child or anybody that has gone to seminary that as a nuisance,
Yeah.
people like me. I don't even give room for that. I can't even give a room for that, because I will not even behave for you to even think that I am desperate, or and I went to the seminary and I was not ordained, so I'm desperate. You will wait till you will die. You will not get it from me. You will not get it
Mm.
from me, because
Okay.
I know what the seminary has done for me. It has transformed me. It has transformed me very well. So you will not get that opportunity to say, look at how this one is. No, 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 no. I will not, because I will give you the positive side that the seminary has given me, what they are invested in me. That is just
Mm.
it. That is for parents. So they should always try to encourage their sons, their sons, their relatives, and even if they are not related to them in a way, they should encourage those that have gone to the seminary and have dropped out. So for our formators,
Yes. Go
I
ahead.
I enjoy. Can you hear me?
Yes. Yes.
Hello, can you hear me?
I can hear you. Yes.
Okay, so for okay, for should I say our formators? Or is it my
Yeah,
formators? Which one?
formators in general. It's okay. Our
Okay,
formators.
for
Yeah.
seminary formators. Yeah, yeah. So I wish to first and foremost thank them in a million times for what they have done for us. Sincerely, the services they have the services they have rendered and have continuously they kept rendering to the seminary, investing in young men to become priests and then become better people in the society is unwavering. Is so beautiful. Giving themselves. You and I know that some persons they used to think that when priests are sent into the seminary is a kind of punishment. Some even voice it out that waiting this man do with the send and go seminary, something of that nature. But I don't think these people are doing a very good job. They are doing a very good job. So they need to be appreciated. It needs to
Mm,
be appreciated. So for me, my advice to them is that they should keep doing the good work they are doing. They are doing.
mm,
So but as they shouldn't see seminarians as a kind of their enemies or but the younger brothers that they are forming. I can tell you for free. When I left the seminary, my formators kept calling. My dean of theology we started let me say we started on a rocky on a rocky level, but we landed very softly.
oh, good.
Yeah, dean
Good.
of theology, the dean of student affairs. So initially they misunderstood my person. So is this guy stubborn? Stubborn. I remember this is on the lighter note anyway. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
It's on a lighter note anyway. Okay, I remember one of my formators. Um, he saw me. Yeah, I wore a particular castle during afternoon prayers. I wore a particular castle. So at times when we were writing the exam, during the exam, like to wear your main castle, you preserving it for a particular activity. So I just wore the castle card there. In the process of ironing the dark castle, it got torn. So I had to
Mm.
take it to a tailor that patched it. So when he saw me, he said, Vitalis, you are Vitalis, you're wearing a torn castle? You only patch the castle and wear it. This is not good. And I quickly responded that, Father, you want to sew another one for me? I just asked that, Father, you want to sew another one for me? And that became problem. The father battled me that I answered him the rude way.
Yeah.
And I answered him the rude way. I apologize. He battled me. I went and apologized. But do you know what happened?
No.
Ah, father went, okay, father bought, when he traveled to Ireland, when he was coming back, he bought that material for me. And when he came back, he gave me money to sew cassock.
Mm.
I'm telling you, I was
Wow.
surprised. And I was very thankful. Very thankful. Till today, that very act he did to me. I'm talking of, I think he's on sabbatical in USA there. Reverend
Call his
Father
name.
Dr.
He's a good
Emmanuel
man.
Abu of
Father
he
Emmanuel
is a
Abu.
good man.
Estemu.
He is a very Father Dr. Emmanuel Abu. Yeah, Father Dr. Emmanuel
Which
Abu.
diocese?
Yeah, he was my the dean of theology. Seminary. Yeah, he's from either diocese. Yeah, and then
Which seminary is
also
that?
Reverend Father Dr. Theophilus
I'm
AJ,
typing
my
their
dean
names.
of
Just so
eh?
Father Dr. Emmanuel Abu, the Dean of
Okay, Father.
Theology at which seminary?
St. Thomas Aquinas Middle Seminary in Macaulay. That was then. Now he's in
Okay.
USA, some sabbatical in USA there.
Okay.
And then the Dean of Students Affairs there, Reverend Father Dr. Theophilus AJ, also a very good man, very good man. We're very good friends. And until he left, both of them left for sabbatical. I think we were talking on phone almost every week. Yeah, because of what they did to me. Yeah, so for me, I just pray that yeah, God should keep protecting them. And then our formators, we shouldn't take this thing.
You know why I'm typing their name
Really?
like this? Yes. Do you know why I'm typing their names? The reason why I each time anybody
Okay,
mentions
for
a
them to be applauded, maybe.
yes, each time anybody mentions a priest who did them well, I applaud them. If I know these people, I okay, let me not say what
Yeah,
I will not do. I will
yeah,
not go calling them. If there are people I know after this, I'll chat them up and say, you know what I saw about what I heard about, but I don't know them, so I'll just put their name there. Those who know them, reach out to them, appreciate them. The reason why I'm doing this is that we cannot assess morality, or we cannot assess events from personal experiences alone. I am like you. Some people on this platform know I've not shared my story, because if I want to share my story, it would take us like a month of coming every day 1 hour, every day 1 hour. So if you follow this page, gradually you get to hear
yeah,
my story. For instance, I had a beautiful experience in Schoenstatt. The recommendations I came to this US with is Schoenstatt. My no, it's not Schoenstatt priest friends. It's the formators that wrote my recommendation. You know, priests were calling me like, "How are
that's
you
beautiful.
doing? How are you doing?" Both formators and non-formators, priests of Schoenstatt, they were so good, and they are still so good to me. So even till now, the work I'm doing in the hospital was the is the present rector of the Schoenstatt Formation House that wrote my recommendation. I could have gotten it here from people I know in the US, but I got it from there because we have a relationship. So why am I saying this? My experience was good, but there are people who have had terrible experiences, and we have to honor those experiences as well. For instance, there are there are
Yeah,
formators, and I'm not saying this to counter what you said. I'm saying this because it is true. If we look at the library of human experience, of the experiences of others, there are formators who do not have the kind of dialogue you had with your with father, with the first father you mentioned, the one that actually you went to apologize to him. Later, he now even bought you something. There are some people that will witch hunt you till you leave that seminary for
yes,
that
Father
thing.
Emmanuel.
There are people that will
Yeah,
not
yeah,
do what Father
actually.
Emmanuel did for you. Some people will witch hunt you until you leave that seminary. Those people are evil. We are not happy with them. We don't like them. We are speaking against them. They should stop.
Yeah,
We are not
yeah,
praying for those people.
yeah,
If you're among
actually,
them,
it's bad. Yes, it's a
yes.
little.
If you're among them, let me look at the camera. Any formator that is witch hunting seminarians, stop. Show some love. Show some love. Forgive. Treat them like your brothers. They are your
Yeah,
younger
yeah,
brothers. Have dialogue
yeah,
with them.
yeah,
Call them to your office. Talk with
yeah,
them as young men who are trying to understand their life. Don't be wicked. Don't be too angry when you are going to the seminary. And it's also true that some people were sent there as punishment. It's true. Let's be honest. It's true. So if you are
yeah,
sent as punishment, don't take it out on these boys now. If another person took it out
yeah,
on you, would you have become a priest? So we have beautiful experiences. I had a beautiful. If I start my story today, my pain is not around formators and formation system. Is a personal thing. In the journey of how I left the seminary, and that has become in the past. So I don't even need to go back there. So when I share these things, it's always because
yeah.
it is good that we continue to invite those who are not doing well to do well, and to applaud those who are doing well. So yeah, thank you so much for that comment. You had another thing to say
Yeah.
about the last group.
Yeah, so I also want to before the last group, for me, I had very good experience towards the end of my seminary formation. Very good experience, a relationship with my formators. I
Mm,
remember I once had a problem with one of the formators, and when he discovered that I left the seminary, because she jokingly said that he's going to write a report about me. So when I left the seminary, he called me. When he discovered I was not resuming, he called me and said, Vitalis, I'm not the one that did that, you know. He just said I'm not the one that did. I didn't write that report. So he just said, I didn't write that report. So and he just told me like that. I didn't write that report. And in fact, during break, he had to call me. He called me and we met one-on-one. He told me that no,
Hmm.
I was just joking. No, I told him that father, you are not the one. I know where my problem was coming from because it wasn't from school. It was from home, purely. It was from home. And I know those people. Yes, I knew them, and I think in my usual way, I still confronted them and I told them some things in their face. Like that is just it. In my usual way, I did that, not to a kind of show some disrespect, but to tell you that yet I can see equally make it somewhere else with God on my side. I told them
Hmm.
that is it because
Yeah.
one actually told me that so far as he's in that this I will never become a priest. And he makes sure he masterminded this and make sure that happened. So I don't have any problem with it. I told him and it was over. It was over. For me, it is over. And I'm moving on with my life. Moving on with my life. So that is that. So for me, it's good that we should always kind of pray for mentors and then ask for that enabling grace. You keep doing the work that they are doing. And then, just as you say, those that they are out, their work is they are out to like make sure that some person doesn't say anything good. I think it is not, it will not help us. They should desist from such acts. It is not, it won't just help us because the work, first and foremost, as I said, it's not anybody's work. It is the work
Hmm.
of God. It
Yeah.
is the work of God. Yeah. So no matter how another person, you think another person will come and the person will not do the work or another person, you will die and leave that work. Another person will just come to think of it when the priesthood started. People have been dying, other people will be ordaining, just like that. So nobody will carry the work to his father's house, to his mother's house, and whatever.
Yeah.
You will die and still leave that work.
Yeah.
That is just
Okay.
it. So
Let
we
me
are
ask.
very good ones at that.
Sorry. Continue. Continue.
You say?
Are you there? So I wanted to ask
Okay, okay, I should okay, then one last.
yeah. So let me ask a last question. You can merge it with this one because we are hitting almost 2 hours. We have never gotten up to 2 hours. So, but it's okay. Um,
Oh my goodness.
you
Oh
see,
my goodness.
when you're talking passionately, you don't know that we are spending a lot of time. But it's okay. It's wonderful
Time.
conversation. I wanted you to tie your last comment with we are Nigerians. There are a lot of Nigerians watching this video
Yeah.
that are not
Mm,
priest, seminarian, ex-seminarian. Some are not even Catholic. Some are young people
yeah.
going through difficult
Yeah.
situations. Some are people who are having challenges in their business, in their school, in their faith. So we know we cannot deny that the difficulties of just being a Nigerian are enormous. So can you, just like another young person talking to other young people or talking to anybody that is Nigerian, if in your last comments, what do you want to share that can encourage people in this time, especially as a political analyst?
think it's
You did not get me?
yeah. It's like
Oh my god, it seems like, but I'm not speaking funny now. I say, let me say it again slowly, maybe it's the network. I said, like,
okay.
let me say it again. I said, in your last comment, please say something that to encourage our fellow Nigerians, even those who are not Catholic, even those who are Catholic but are not seminarian and ex-seminarian or priest, everybody, anybody who is going through stuff right now in the way that our country is. Um, if you have any words for encouragement, any words for them, and yeah, please share that. And what is your take on this upcoming protest? If you don't want to share that, don't share it. But if you want to, please go ahead and share that too.
Yeah. Okay. For me, anybody that is going through tough times, yeah, anybody that is it has each and every one of us, we are aware that the country is tough in Nigeria. The country is tough because what we used to know, it is no longer in that same way. Within the process, the period of 1 year, just slightly after 1 year thereabouts, it has not been easy with so many persons, so many of us, because if you deny the fact that the economy is not biting hard on you, then EFCC needs to investigate you. Yeah, they need to investigate you. Why? Because the naira has lost its value very well, depreciated very well. For instance, the spaghetti you were buying for 150, 200 naira in 2023 February. It has
Yeah.
now gone out to, is it 800 naira, 900 naira, just one. So for me, my encouragement is that we should keep being hopeful. We should keep being hopeful. Keep being hopeful. As so far as you are doing what the little you are doing, just keep doing it. That little good thing, not just anything, that little good thing you are doing, please just continue to do it. And let's hope that the country will change. Our government kept promising us that good governance and dividends of democracy will be delivered. But we're still yearning and we're still expecting that it will happen. But will it happen when people must have died?
Mm.
I think this is what the government they need to swing into action, because people are actually suffering. People are actually suffering due to the removal of fuel subsidy, which happened on the 29th of May last year. For me, if you ask me to comment on it, I would say that it wasn't the best of decisions. It wasn't the best of decision. There are some of the policies the government is doing that I can applaud it very well, especially making sure that the refineries are fixed in terms of infrastructure and other things. I will applaud it. I will applaud it. But the removal of fuel subsidy has caused a lot of things, because for sure I know that some persons have died of sicknesses, because they don't have any a kind of money to pay for their medical bill. So it has caused a lot of
Mm.
problems. It wasn't the best decision the president did. It was not
Yeah.
the best decision. Everybody that was campaigning, let me say the top four, um, President Bola Tinubu, and Peter Obi, talk of Kwankwaso, we talk of Atiku Abubakar, the top four during that election. All of them wanted to remove fuel subsidy. I think they had their various plans in which they wanted to implement or put in place before a kind of removing the fuel subsidy. At least you
Yeah.
bring something that will cushion the effects, something that will stand as a kind of something that will replace that which you have removed. There was no replacement. First and
Yeah.
foremost, the government was not formed. The cabinet was not formed. No single minister, nobody to converse with, nobody to share idea with on how things should be done after this subsidy is removed. The subsidy was removed on his first day in office, which was his inaugural speech. It was his inaugural speech. I still remember very well on March 1st, when
Mm.
he was declared as the president. He made this statement that when he comes into power, he will hit the ground running, because he said, according to him, that they don't have any excuse to give when they come to power, because they campaigned for this job, they danced for this job, they begged for this job, so they don't have any excuse. So hitting the ground running, is it by removing the fuel subsidy. Is it the first thing to make you hit the ground running? By removing fuel subsidy, by buying vehicles worth 160 million naira per National Assembly legislators? Is that hitting the ground running? And you are telling people to be patient, while you are allotting or allocating money, billions of nairas for the purchase of aircraft, billions of naira for the renovation of the presidential house in Abuja and that of Lagos, allocating money for the purchase of cars, first lady, the vice president, and all of that. So for me, it is difficult. Things are difficult, but let's just keep hoping that, yeah, the government will listen. And then the issue of protest, coming to the issue of protest, I think it is protest is a constitutional right,
Yeah.
the right of assembly, peaceful assembly. It is in the Constitution of Federal Republic of Nigeria, 1999, as amended. It is there. The right for peaceful assembly. People have right to protest. But one thing that should be taken into cognizance that it is peaceful protest that is allowed. Peaceful
Yeah.
protest that is allowed. So for people that are protesting, I think it is good to protest. And let me say in a civil way, not in our churches kind of governments. Yeah, but in a civil way, you have right to protest when decisions are not a kind of forthcoming. They are not right. So people have right to protest, but it should be a peaceful protest, not protest that the kind of will cause problem, not
Hmm.
a protest that we bring into destruction of lives and properties that they have fought for. Because at the end of the day, it is the poor masses that will still suffer. The poor masses will still suffer these things. So for me, protest is allowed, but I think it is good that there should be a peaceful protest, not a violent protest. And then I left one thing. Can I say it?
Yes, go ahead.
Okay. It was when I was talking about the formators and then those who are in charge of seminarians. I think they should be, when it comes to the issue or an issue between a seminarian and, let me say, hearsay issue. I think in that way it is more proper, right?
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Very clear.
Okay, hearsay issue.
Hmm.
Okay, when it comes to hearsay issue, I think there should be rights of fair hearing, because I'm telling you that there are many scenarios that have been expelled because there was no fair hearing. Are you with
Yes.
me?
Yes, I'm with you.
Okay, so okay, those in authority, those in the church's authority, those in charge of seminarians, please, if for me, I beg that if there is an issue concerning a seminarian, please, there should be a fair hearing. This is because even in the 1999 Constitution, Section 36, subsection 1 of the 1999 Constitution talks about right of fair hearing, which is for everybody. Can you hear me?
Yes, yes. I can hear you. Go ahead.
So, okay, section 36, subsection 1 and 4 talks about rights of being here or of being heard. So if there's any problem, I think it's good to bring two parties together. Let this person say his own, let this person also defend that which he has been alleged to have been committed. So if
Yes.
not, at times we expel, scenarios will be expelled without even and then I'm not just talking about the Constitution of Nigeria. If you also look at the 1983 Code of Canon Law, if you look at
Hmm.
Canon 220, I want to state it so that if anybody that cares to go and see, go and look at it. See, if we check Canon 220, it states explicitly that no one, are you listening?
Yes,
Hello?
I can hear you. Yes.
Okay, I was saying
Yeah.
that for right of fair hearing, which is also embedded in the 1983 Code of Canon Law, specifically Canon 220 states that no one is permitted to harm illegitimately the good reputation which a person possesses, nor to injure the right of any person to protect his or her own privacy. It means that you are not allowed to injure the reputation of another person,
Mm.
which is right of fair hearing, right of for fair hearing. So you want to protect your, it is a treason. Some persons who want to protect their integrity and their identity, and
Yeah.
some will want to become relevant by damaging the reputation of others in order for them to be seen as good people or become relevant. So if you don't hear the two sides, if you don't hear the story or get the story from the two sides, you will tend to hate somebody that is even innocent, and you
Yeah.
exonerate the person that is even evil or guilty. So
Yeah.
that is why I was talking about the other side of an ex-seminarian. So the other side of an ex-seminarian, sometimes it is not heard. The other side, it is not heard. So, okay, you found Canon 220,
Yeah.
right?
Do you want me to put it up?
Okay,
No,
okay,
it's
you can read
exactly
it
what you said.
out for people to.
You have already said it. I just wanted to show people, but it's what you said.
Okay, they can see it. They can see it. They
Yes.
can see it so that I'm not blackmailed. They
Yeah.
can see it so that I am not blackmailed. Yeah.
All right.
So it is actually good that we should hear from the two sides of the coin before we take any decision. So
You
that
see, you
is
see,
my take.
this is why, thank you so much. This is why on this page we talk about dialogue, information, we talk about respect for human dignity, because if you respect the dignity of Mr. A, who you heard impregnated somebody, you then know that you owe it to him to call him to your office and say, brother, and so you they do. And so you go pump, give person belly.
And that is the
So they
first, sorry, that is the
go ahead.
first principle of Catholic social teaching. That
And they jump
dignity
it.
and sanctity of the human person is the
And they
first
jump it.
principle of Catholic social teaching.
And they jump it. The next thing you hear is the other one that I've also been speaking against. The church will take the benefit and leave the doubt for you. So if somebody comes now to the seminary and say, this guy, oh, I saw him doing this, that, nobody will ask you. The church will just say, in order to protect our image, let's expel him. So these are some of the things that we have been speaking against. And you are begging. I'm not begging because I know how history works. I'm not begging any formator because I don't, you are working for us, the church. Because it's the same attitude of begging that has been making you people so complacent in what you do. I'm not begging you. You don't have to do it for me. If your conscience does not tell you that the way you are treating another human being is wrong, continue doing it. It's not my problem. I will only come on my camera when I don't have job. Now I'm less busy. Very soon my job will kickstart. I may not even be online again. When I don't have job, I'll come here and share my passion about the things that are going wrong. So I'm not begging you, any formator that is watching me, I'm not begging you because you don't owe it to me. You owe it to your conscience. You owe it to God to treat people with love, to be human, to respect the individual identities and human dignity of the people that you form. These are people that should learn from you. If you also expel them without a dialogue, how do they go about, showing other people respect for their dignities if they are not already formed? I believe every young man in seminary already has a formed conscience. So the difference between me and and Vitalis is that I'm not begging you because you don't owe it to me. I'm not trying to be nice to you because a lot of you are very pompous. But a lot of formators are also very, very good. We have mentioned them here. So those people that think they are aga aga means they don't dey pass their road. Is your own. You are your own aga. It's not my problem. You are your own. I don't. It's not my issue. So, but what we are trying to do is try to pay attention to the dignity of the people you form. Respect them. Treat them like your brothers. It's not always the best that you hear something and you just act on it. But there are a lot of very good formators. My own formators were good, for God's sake. So I'm not saying this because anybody offended me. I'm saying it because it's something happening out there and something that we need to pay attention to. Okay, my brother, I've kept you for 2 good hours. 2 good hours. 2 good hours. Oh my God. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you. I really, really appreciate you.
Appreciate
And
that.
all the
Yeah.
supporters of Son of Big God family, we want to appreciate Vitlis. So you can write me a message if you want to support his data. You can send me a message. We'll send him something before maybe tomorrow or next tomorrow. It's for data because we know you're working in Abuja. You are richer than all of us. It's just for data. It's just for data. It's just
Yeah.
for data. So please, we'll do something.
I'm
We'll send
I'm
something to
working
him.
for the church.
The church is rich, brother. The church get
No,
money.
no, no. Well,
The church you get money. Anyway,
the church
so
is for the
viewers,
poor.
do you have any last final words before I bring the live to an end?
Okay, my final word is yeah, goes to the hosts. You of course to thank you so much for bringing um bringing us to this platform. Yeah, bringing us to this platform. I think it has really helped. It has really helped us seminarians. Let me not say some persons. It has helped me too. It's a very good platform that we continue to like. If people continue to kind of follow this platform and hear people sharing their stories, who knows, you may be healed, you that is injured within and think that you don't have anything to do, or you think that you lost your relevance in the society. Yes,
Yeah.
will make you feel that you still have a lot to contribute. Let me just say one thing. See, the clerk of the Senate.
Mm.
Yeah, I go there. The clerk of the Senate of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, the person that usually stand to read the bills. Yeah, I don't know whether you understand.
Yes, yes, yes.
The clerk of the Senate that reads every bill that is introduced into the House is an ex-Seminarian, barrister
Wow.
barrister Kuboze, who been the state. Yeah, I think that was a day I follow. I after that session at the Senate, I sent him a message that I so much love what happened today because the president of the Senate was appreciating him on live this thing, was appreciating the work that he does. Yeah, was appreciating him very well that yes, Francis is Barrister Francis Akubweze. In fact, he is the president of Ex-Seminarians in Nigeria.
Wow. And I've not met him.
He's the president of Seminary. Yeah, yeah. So it's Barrister Francis Akubweze. He's a clerk of the Senate. So if people like that left the seminary and then they have become what um, they are now, yeah. What's what can't you just let go of the bitterness in you and whatever, focus on what we build yourself up. So for me, I appreciate you very well for a kind of bringing this platform for us to share our stories and then maybe others we get healed. So thank you so much, and I thank all your fans, people that are following us on this platform and this evening. um,
Okay.
God bless us all.
Thank you. Thank you, Vitalis. Please, I'm sharing Vitalis' page. If you don't, Vitalis, I saw fine girl on your page. What's up now? You did not tell us so.
Which one?
Anyway,
Can
that's
tell me. Tell
so.
me the name, please.
So that's
Oh,
your
no, no,
page,
no, no,
right?
no, 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 no. Oh. Yes, yes. The person is late anyway. The person is late. Yeah.
Oh, okay,
Yeah. You
okay,
just you
gosh.
just reminded me. I'll have to. I will change this. I will change it tomorrow. No, you just have to.
Okay, let's observe
Yeah.
10 second silence for her. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Her name is Patricia.
Okay. May the soul of Patrician and the souls of all the faithful departed through the mercy of God
Through the
rest in
mercy
peace.
of God, rest in peace. Amen.
Amen.
I
Dear
also, I
followers,
also have. Sorry, I also
go
have a
ahead.
page.
Yeah, I
Um.
was.
And
Okay, you have a different page from that one. I wanted to advertise your
yeah.
page. Oh,
Okay.
okay,
No, that is my main page. I just this page that I'm talking about is only on legislative matters. Once the
okay.
news from the National Assembly, State
What
Assembly, and all of that. But this
what's the
page is
name?
okay. You
What's the
can
name?
advertise this one. It's really okay.
What's the name of that page?
Legislative corner,
Okay, so
legislative corner with Vitalis. Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
So
This one is okay. You can advertise this one.
I will look for that one too. So, friends, this is Vitalis' page. Please, to appreciate him for spending this time to chat with us, to tell us his story, kindly follow his page. He is always giving updates about the things happening in politics. And this is a Catholic. This is even if you don't want to follow him because he's a Catholic. I don't think that's necessary. Follow him because he's a good person. Follow him because he is somebody that cares for those who are marginalized, somebody that represents those who do not have a voice, somebody that has the boldness to consult with people and to tell them the truth in their face. We hope that one day in future we'll see Vitalis banner campaigning for maybe governor or something, and we will give him our support. So Vitalis, thank you for joining us. Thank you for being here. After this, please write the name of the other page, or you can just tell me the name. I don't know if I want to look it up, it may take me some time. So I will advertise that one on another event. Okay. So thank you
All
so much
right.
for
Thank you.
joining us. Yeah. And for all our
I'm grateful.
viewers, this is Vitalis. This is his story. We have heard him, we have learned from him. Go out today as a seminarian, knowing that you cannot pretend for life. If you don't remember everything he said, go out today as an ex-seminarian, knowing that you are the one holding yourself. There's low self-esteem should not exist in your dictionary. Nobody can help you but you. Go out today as a formator, knowing that he is begging you, not me, he is begging you to treat our brothers with love, to respect their human dignity. But me, I'm not begging you, Sha. I'm telling you. And then go out today as the parents of these seminarians, as the sponsors, as their brothers and sisters, supporting these people, knowing that they have a role and they will actually succeed without your help or not. So why not help them? Why not support them? So once again, thank you, Vitlis, and peace out.